Ria, can you tell me a little bit more about the seminars you give? Is there a limit to age or amount of people or other limits on people, or is it open for everyone? Do you expect people to have evolved or done something with themselves?
Okay, that's many questions in one. My seminars usually have a restricted number because I like to be able to work with each person individually. For me, that is not a problem because I can, with all my finer buddies, work on each person individually, even if there would be 500. But then the person doesn't really feel that because they don't have the time to actually communicate with me personally. And that I do like, that they have that possibility. So my restriction normally is 30. That is the absolute maximum. In different seminars, I work with different themes. There is not a restriction of age, except for the fact that if somebody is under 16, I start to doubt if it's useful, because the themes we work on normally are adult themes, and they're not really children themes. But then I can work with children also, but then we would do a seminar for younger people. If I see that the main amount of people that inscribe for a seminar is very young, and there are a few people that are definitely very much older, I will always look if it is fruitful for both parties to be together in the same seminar, or actually suggest to one of the groups to do it at a different date, because it might not be useful then to have these two in the same group, because the experience of each group is so different. So I just look at that, but usually it is very fruitful to have different ages in the same group, as each person has different life experiences. And it is interesting to see how a person with a lot of life experience, because they're older, still can learn from somebody that's very young, because they have a more flexible outlook on life. At the same time, obviously, a person that's very young can learn a lot from a person who's a lot older, because they have lived so much. And they can see that one starts to get a different look on life when one becomes older, for that reason, for having a lot more life experience. Within the workshops or the seminars, there are very many different things that we do. There are meditations, we evolve projects, we develop projects, we think of projects, which means we invent them. We do exercises, we talk a lot. There's obviously always very much time for asking questions. We work on each single person personally, but also we use the energy of the group, because that's why a seminar is in a group. We use the energy of the group to evolve within groups, because it's easy to achieve something on one's own, which might not be as easy to do it in the group, and the other way around. So for that reason, we use the group energy. We do things together with other people. We go into nature very often. We use the forces of nature. And what I find very important is we have a very practical way of dealing with the problems. The idea is that within the workshop, within the seminar, there is real changes happening within the person. Not just a relief, but a real definite change that one can feel within the seminar. And one gets tools to then work with afterwards at home. So the seminar doesn't stop when the seminar stops. It still goes on, because you still can work with a lot of what you have been given during the seminar.
Ria, can you say something about the themes you have?
Oh, there's very many different themes. I couldn't put them all on the website because they also grow with the necessity that the world shows me. So there are themes that are on the website, like loving relationships. This is a theme that's always new, because relationships is something that we live all the time. What I do, I have normally a base where I start from in a certain workshop. but I work according to the group. So if there is a special need in this group, I might do something totally different from the group that I had a month before with the same theme. It can develop very differently. Sometimes I have people doing the same seminar, or the seminar with the same title, better said, and they do it several times as they find out that it's always different, and different problems or themes that we talk about or that we work on get developed in a different way. There is not a necessity for having a certain level of evolvement, because each person will work on the level that they are. Which means also that if a person is in a process of evolving and will do the same title, I will call it now, of the seminar, in a different time, they will evolve again on a totally different level. So very often it is fruitful to do the seminar with the same title several times, because they pick out very different things. And I notice in people that have done seminars of the same title several times, that they are every time thrilled because they find out very new things within themselves. And of course we do work differently each time, because each seminar has a different group of people, and the different group of people get just different things, what they need.
And you're the only one that gives the seminar?
The seminars that I have on my website are my seminars, but I have therapists that do give seminars, and they give seminars of different titles. Especially Sharon does many seminars, and she does them mainly in Canada, because that's where she mainly will live. But she has done seminars here also about parenting, for example, which is something that then I don't do, because she can do it. What other people can do, I will not do. I teach those ones that I am very sure of, that I'm mastering, and this without arrogance. But that is important to me, that somebody doesn't teach when they haven't come to a final, real harmony within that theme. One of the seminars that I will give shortly, because that is something that is happening because of this so-called crisis at the moment in the world, is fear. Because fear is one of the emotions in ourselves that lame, and so that is a seminar that is now new, which is not on my website, but it's going to come.